Well, I wanted to do a follow-up on yesterday's segment of this video. Doing this has actually normalized my bowel movements. Now, isn't that the uncanniest thing? And I think what's going on is the fungus starts in the colon, and then it punctures through the wall and grows downwards all the way down to the toenails. And so when I attack the fungus at the bottom end of its strand, the whole strand of each fungal strand reaching up from the toenails all the way to the colon is affected adversely to my benefit. I think that's what's taking place. I think that's how I got this condition in the first place and why it's so... it's pervasive throughout the body in a sense, but the major colonies of strand colonies, are in the legs, from the pelvic region all the way down to the feet. And I think because it's an interconnecting colony, each strand, what happens at any one point along each strand affects the whole strand. Something to that effect. Anyway, it's all good news. So undoubtedly it will have a beneficial impact on my fungal toenails in time, because I can already see the preceding steps as to how this is evolving into a set of changes that will probably result in taking care of the fungal toenails, because it's an extensive problem. It's not just the toenails. Everybody's painting their toenails as if that's where the problem lies, but it's really the entire length of each leg, from the colon stretching all the way down to the toenails. It's really an extensive problem in the feet. And I suppose if we walked more, it would be less of a problem. That might be a contributing factor, but it can't be all of it, because I used to walk a lot, and I still had this condition anyway. So forget what I just said about walking. I'm sure it helps a little, but that only helps the circulation in the bloodstream in the feet and in the body. We still have the lymphatic system in the feet that are congested. And no, actually, it may not be the lymphatic system. It may be the tissue structure. The fungus may have tunneled its way through the tissue structure, the fatty deposits maybe, or along the muscle fibers, or both. So I think that's what's going on here. It's something very very extensive or pervasive or intrusive, something very intrusive to the body. Now, it's interesting, the toenails puncture the skin and go deep underneath the skin. And so normally skin acts like an insulator, and so iodine doesn't go very far, right? Because the skin is getting in the way. So in a sense, painting the toenails is like taking an injection of iodine, because now it's able to seep its way in to the tissue structure underneath the skin and reach the capillaries, the blood flow, and carry the iodine too that way. And maybe not just the capillaries, but maybe some lymphatic drainage as well. So it could be that that's not only are toenails an indicative of what's going on, but they're like a doorway into the problem so that we can address the problem directly. So I guess that's why people treat their toenails. They're treating the whole leg. But I think the iodine method is better than all the other suggestions on the internet. Hope this catches on, because this is really cool. And I do this about twice a day. I do it in the evening and I do it in the morning. So I think twice a day is about right, because it fades. It gets absorbed, but mostly it fades. That's been my experience. Now, if this were bandaged, it'd be a different story. It would never go away. But I like it better this way, to fade, because then that motivates me to treat it, and that gives a better opportunity for it to seep in. So it's better this way. Better not to try to protect it. So I just walk around with bare feet anyway. So, anywho.